Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is MaryAnngeline, and today I'm going to talk about the root board. So if you are looking for an opinion about the root board because you're deciding to buy it or not, I'm here to share my opinion with the root board. I've been using it now for, I'd say, over a year. I've used it on different surfaces, primarily carpet. I have not used it outside yet or in sand. So this experience of mine has been more with carpet like this, which is short, and then like high, really high carpet, which makes a difference. So let me move my mat so you can see it. The mats do fit really lovely. Now, I don't have extra long mats. I'm petite, I'm 5 foot, so I don't get those. So my mat fits perfectly. I don't know about an extra large mat, so if you are very tall and have a really long mat, it may come off the edges a bit, but I haven't measured it to check. So maybe when you're looking into it, check the dimensions of length in comparison to your mat. If you use just a regular size mat, then you're good to go. Okay, so this is what it looks like. As you can see, it just like a puzzle piece comes snapped into the center. There's handles on each side of each piece, and it makes it a lot easier to transfer when you need to move the board. The other thing is that it comes with these little pieces, and these pieces are actually to clip on the edges to hold the board together. I personally, so like if this is one thing I would give them as a suggestion, would be maybe to make these the same color as the board. And that is primarily strictly from an aesthetic, because I like color schemes to be the same or to not look so like broken up. So that for me is something important, which is why I actually don't use them. But even when I'm not using them, I haven't seen a difference. The only time I've seen a difference is when I've practiced on that really tall carpet that I was mentioning in the beginning, is that it tends to buckle a little bit when you're moving. So then I would for sure use these to lock it into place. But on this carpet, I haven't needed to use them. The board's very solid. It feels really good. It stays very even, especially on this surface. On the high carpet, it was a little bit uneven, but the difference with being on your hands on a carpet and uneven is you start to feel that wrist pain and you're really having to gauge. On this, the board might go with you, but you're still on a solid surface. So overall, this is 10 times better to have under your mat on even a high carpet than just being on that high carpet. Okay, I am not a huge fan of these handles either. I love the handles for maneuvering, like when I have to move them or to move the board. But again, because I want like a very streamlined look, how they are isn't my favorite, but they are functional. So that's kind of like a double edge, right? Because it is very helpful when you have to move them to have that handle. I've never experienced like accidentally stepping in or catching my hand, because I was a little worried if like when I, let's say, jump into chaturanga or something, not that my feet would go wide, but something where I'm coming out of a pose, I might get my hand or my foot stuck. I haven't had any experience like that, so that's a plus. I think they're far enough and wide enough that that hasn't been an issue. Let's see, what else? Solid, feels good. Oh, the one thing that can get a little irritating, especially because I'm filming content and I need my mat and myself to stay center, is when I'm doing specifically like a transition, hopping from down dog to pike handstand or any handstand really, the whole board will shift a little bit. So I've tried putting like sticky under the board, and that's helped a tad. So that would be my other thing, is if you're doing more of like a lot of hop movement or jumping or like really big shifts of weight, then there is that potential for it to go side to side. It is slight, but it will startle you if you haven't felt it before. And I've helped that by putting something under the board if I know I'm going to be doing movement like that. Other than that, I haven't had any issues with it actually moving. And when I say I put something sticky, you know those little sticky things you can put into drawers so that your silverware doesn't move? That's what I put under the board before. So yeah, but otherwise, I really love it. It is a solid piece of wood. It's built really nicely. I like the light color. I like that the logo is here on the top and it's not very like overpowering. It's nice and subtle. And the company is fantastic. So anytime I've reached out to them, they've been very communicative, very responsive back to any questions I've had. So yeah, so if you have questions, like specific questions, feel free to put them in the comments. If you want to know, anything really, just let me know. But overall, it's been a fantastic purchase. I'm glad I actually got it because so the way I found the board is I was actually looking because I thought, well, I need something hard under my mat because originally when I was practicing, it was on very high carpet and my wrist started taking its toll. And I thought, well, let me make a board. And my dad's in construction. I was like, Dad, can you build this? He's like, yeah, but why don't you just look if someone already's done it? And sure enough, I typed in board for under your mat and this was the first thing that came up. And I personally haven't found anything else like this. So I'm very happy with it. And I'm glad that the process of it found this so I didn't have to make my own, which is fantastic. So yeah, so any questions, let me know. I will put a discount down there. So if you'd like to purchase and, support me in supporting your journey of finding a root board, great. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you all sometime soon, maybe in some flow classes. Thanks, everybody.